Hello, welcome back to the channel. Right, as usual, this thing is roaring away. We have got a little bit of stock, but like this shed is looking fairly empty, but round there it goes. So that is a perk. Now, things going on at the moment. Another load come back with a few pallets, long sized pallets. That's ready to get loaded up later. We're waiting on fuel. Fuel is, we're going through in quite a very fast rate at the moment, just the sheer amount of travelling. This shed is pretty much empty. The yard's pretty much empty because no matter how many hours we work, how many extra hours I do, we don't seem to be able to make any dent on building stocks because it is just going out like the clappers, which, fingers crossed it keeps like that. But this is being a, how do I say, a fairish, intense time. Intense is a good, yeah, I think that's a good word for this. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch this Jenny off for a cup of tea, and then I'm going to come back out, probably crack on baby for a bit. I'm going to take you around the hedge trimmer and the T7210. We'll look around that. Hopefully the wind has dropped enough to do this. It's actually calm here. We've had 47-mile-an-hour winds for like 3 days. There's horizontal rain when it's raining, and it's been an absolute pain in the ass. Now, apologies to all that I haven't put a video up for, again, another couple of weeks. We've just been slogging it out in the factory and getting loads out, and unfortunately we've got to put business first rather than trying to do YouTube at the same time. I can change that, but we need a whole heap of new subscribers. Now, new hedge trimmer. I said I would get to this in the next video, and it's the next video, and I've eventually got it. So, New Holland 210, very, very basic New Holland 210. We will start on edge trimmer as I'm outside the cab. Now, everything on this hedge trimmer is pretty much the same as the last 65T we had. Slight design changes, grill slightly different, back grill's the same. Pretty much everything is fairly standard to the last one. So, if you want to see the video of the last time we had new hedge trimmer time, go look at the last one. Big difference though is we have got F10 flails rather than F14s. Now, McConnell have changed this because they're having problems with the hydraulic motors driving the flail head. So they put on F10s. F10s though they're lighter, and if you hit especially something like granite or a steel gate post or something like that, they basically turn to dust. That is the only killer. Now, positive to F10 is if you've got pretty maintained hedges, an F10 gives a way better finish than F14. F14s, they hit everything so hard and there's so much weight, like it will fracture especially the wood in the hedge. Does that make sense? Any, you know, if you've got highly woody hedges, they will fracture the timber, so it will split and it looks all a bit rough and not neat. Now F10s will take it off and it looks like almost a privet hedge. If anyone doesn't know what a privet hedge is, you know, commonly found in gardens. It sort of nibbles it off better. Now, we haven't had any problems with them so far. We've had 3-4 flails go, so he's obviously hit something hard. As I said in the video a little while ago, we had this one fitted properly by Wholesale Southwest, which we got this one from, and in here we've had spacers put in, so there is no movement on the top link at all. Bottom links down there, they've been bolted in rather than pins, because we had pins split and come out, and obviously we had the last hedge trimmer for pop off and basically bend itself on the bottom left link arm. So that's gone. Usually we take the stands off, This time we've left the stands on because just the way it happened. But other than that, this trimmer is pretty much the same as the last. Now, 210 changes from the 190 that we did have. Now, this tractor wasn't higher, and we are looking to do a deal on it. So, even though it was on hire, it might not be leaving it because it is pretty bog standard tractor. No complications. There is no computer screen on this one. This T7 210 is basically similar cab spec to the T6 160 that we had that's gone. Now, gearbox is also the same as our T6 160 that we had, and also T6 140 that we had. So we're used to the gearbox. Gearbox does it as it wants. Only little gripe that we've had with this tractor is out of hedge trimming on hills. We've been having an error code flash up, which basically takes the tractor out of gear, and he ends up freewheeling for a bit. Obviously, you're used to tractors, so you know when it's freewheeling and it's not doing what it should do. You know, put in countermeasures, as it were. So that's the only little gripe we've had. There's nothing big deal. But this, for a big tractor, is just a dead simple tractor. Like I said, no computer, nothing complicated. You could put a loader on it, because on our old, God, what tractor was that? T7 200 that we used to have. What was it? T6050 or 6080? 6070. Yeah, T7, the 6080 range, as it were. We had the same little joystick on it, and I had front linkage and load of brackets, so I could go between everything. That's when we didn't have the amount of machinery we have now. So that, that was part of our growth train. Instead of having two tractors do two different things, I had one tractor that I could obviously chuck a loader on, take the loader off, have front PTO, front linkage, go mowing, fold that up, put loader back on, go bring in bale. So everything was on one tractor. And that joystick was brilliant because it did both 3-point linkage and the loader operations, and I didn't have to have an extra joystick in here, and I just used that, which was pretty neat. So used to one of those. Other than that, cab's bog standard, just bog standard normal cab. So that is keeping you guys up to date on what's sort of going on around here machinery wise. In not the next video I'm going to probably have a rant, then after that I'll have a look around T5 that we went and got, which took over from the T6 160 that we swapped back. So I'll do that. Now, any of you that went to LAMMA and enjoyed yourselves, I hope you had a thoroughly good time, and maybe beer. Apologies for Thehayteamtv that we couldn't be there. HRS, he didn't want to go because he's got the baby, and I didn't feel like driving up on my Todd. So basically, didn't do it this year. But we might be going somewhere at the end of the year a little bit different. So hopefully, fingers crossed, we do that. So yeah, that should hopefully, fingers crossed, be quite exciting. Now, I have still got to this time of the day, which is quite nice because the day's drawn out now. Look at that. That's lovely. It's just gone 5 o'clock and we've still got daylight down here. It's lovely. Now, I have got to go and load up my load for the morning because I got to go northward bound. HRS is already loaded up, parked up over there. He's going southbound. So, yeah, I'm going to get that done because then I can get out and get cracking real early. And then, doing that really early tomorrow morning, I might have a rant about things that have been bugging me because I can't do loads of videos at the moment on what's going around here because it's pretty much the same thing over and over again. See, on a nice dairy farm, you do milking in the morning and then it changes up a bit later on in the day. So you get that little bit of diversity in your day. Here, go out on delivery, get home, go baling, and and then it's a bit like wash and repeat. So your average milking parlour goes for, you know, I don't know, I'm just going to guess, 3, 4, 5 hours in the morning. The baling shed here goes for basically 10 to 12 hours a day, at the moment 6 days a week, 6.5 days a week with extra times, and then obviously servicing on quick breaks between that, which is all we can do at the moment. Now I can talk a little bit longer because my fast track still got his air leak, which has had for ages, and we've had 2 pipes fixed and still haven't solved the problem. So I've got to wait for my air to fill up. My air warning light is that one there, which is just below my PTO. Or not a PTO, my handbrake. So I've got to wait for that to charge for a minute before I can even load. Add blue, I got to do that, and fuel, I got to top up a bit of fuel. So joyful. Now, anyway, as I was saying, anyone who went to LAMMA, hope you had a fantastic time. Any of you that didn't, well, you just got to see, even though they're slightly dirty, a new tractor and a new edge stripper. So hopefully that ticks some boxes. If you want to find any more of us, you can find us on Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook, Twitter. God, so ropey at this at the moment. But thank you very much for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Cheers.